Wedding scene. The grand hall was filled with light, soft classical music floating in the air as Kim Taeyong, a sharp-eyed CEO in a tailored black suit, stood at the altars. His gaze was calm, unreadable. Beside him, Jeon Jungkook, fresh from graduation, wore a white suit. He looked young, soft, his hands nervously clutching his bouquet. His heart raced not from excitement but from the weight of what he was hiding. Both their parents smiled proudly to everyone. This looked like a perfect marriage, two powerful families united, but neither groom was truly happy. Theon glanced sideways at Jungkook only once. Let's just get this over with, he thought, because all he wanted was to expand his business into another state. Jungkook lowered his eyes, whispering to himself, "Don't tell him. If he knows, he'll leave you." They exchanged vows, rings slipped into fingers, and the hall erupted with applause. Wedding night. The new shared bedroom was silent. Theon changed quickly and lay on his side of bed, falling asleep almost instantly from exhaustion. Jungkook stood frozen by the dresser. He carefully folded his clothes, slipped into his soft pajamas, and then slowly climbed into the other side of the bed. He stayed awake for a while, staring at the ceiling. I should tell him, but what if he leaves me tomorrow? No, I can't. His hand rested over his chest where he always kept the emergency bill. Married life begins. Days passed. Theon was constantly buried in files, phone calls, and business meetings, but whenever he had time, he made sure Jungkook wasn't neglected. "Do you need anything, Jungkook?" he would ask while trying his tie. Jungkook would shake his head. "I'm fine, Hyung." Theon bought things Jungkook might like, new books, clothes, even a small gaming setup. He wasn't affectionate, but he was dutiful. And Jungkook, he cooked quietly, shyly. He made Taeyong's favorite dishes. Every dinner was warm, and though Taeyong didn't say much, Jungkook noticed how his husband always finished the food. Still, every night, Jungkook laid awake, guilt eating him alive. "If he ever finds out, he will hate me." One night, Taeyong came home earlier than usual. He walked through the apartment, loosening his tie. "Jungkook," he called out. No answer. He then entered living room. His heart stopped. Jungkook was on floor, body trembling violently. A glass shattered beside him. "Jungkook." Taeyong dropped everything, rushing to him. He carefully lifted Jungkook's head, remembering the emergency step, and found the pill bottle nearby. His hands shook, but he managed to help Jungkook through it. Minutes later, Jungkook's breathing slowed. He was trembling, eyes wet. Taeyong, I'm sorry. Sorry, Taeyong's voice cracked as he held Jungkook's tightly. "Why didn't you tell me? My parents said you would hate me. You would end this marriage." Jungkook's tears wet Taeyong's shirt. Taeyong cupped his face, forcing him to look into his eyes. Jungkook, do you really think so little of me? You could have died in front of me today. Do you know what that would have done to me?" Jungkook blinked, confused. I'm sorry." Theong swallowed. His thumb brushed Jungkook's cheeks. Just don't hide anything from me, because whether I wanted this marriage or not, I care about you." Fallen in love. From that night, things changed. Theong was softer, reminding Jungkook to take medicine, staying home when he could, even scolding him gently when he skipped meals. Jungkook, in return, poured his heart into little things. He cooked Theong's favorite kimchi stew, baked cookies late at night, and even left notes on Theong's desk. They started eating together, talking late in the night. Laughter replaced silence. Slowly, unknowingly, love grew. The rainy night. The rain tapped gently against the tall windows of their penthouse. The city lights blurred into the street of silver and gold, and hidden behind the curtains of water outside. The house was quiet, almost too quiet. Theong had wrapped up work earlier than usual and returned home to find Jungkook curled up on the couch, his blanket wrapped tightly around him. Jungkook's toe eyes lifted up when Theong entered, hair still damp from the rain, his black shirt clinging slightly to his frame. "You're home early," Jungkook said softly. Theong loosened his tie and sat beside him, their knees almost brushing. I thought maybe my husband needed me more than my files tonight." The word husband made Jungkook's heart skip. He hid it with a shy laugh, pulling the blanket tighter. "I don't need much. I'm fine, Hyung." Hyung tilted his head, staring him. "You always say that, but you look like you're holding 100 things in." Jungkook's lips parted, but no words came out. The weight of his secret had already been lifted weeks ago. Hyung knew about his seizures now and still stayed, still cared, and made Jungkook's chest ache with gratitude and love. "Hyung," Jungkook whispered finally, "thank you for not leaving me." Theung leaned closer, his eyes darker than the storm outside. "Do you think I could leave you after everything we have been through, Jungkook? You're mine now, and nothing changes that." Jungkook's throat went dry. The way Theung said mine sent shiver down his spine. "Hyung." Theung's head moved slow and deliberate, brushing the side of Jungkook's jaw. His thumb lingered on his lower lips, feeling the warmth there before he leaned in. Their lips met, soft at first, uncertain, testing the water, but the moment Jungkook melted into him, the kiss deepened. Jungkook whimpered, slowly clutching at Theung's shirt. Theung pressed him back against the couch, his hands slipping around Jungkook's waist. "Then take me," Jungkook's breath. His voice desperate but steady. The storm raged outside as their bodies moved together, tangled in warmth and fire. Each kiss grew deeper, each touch more intoxicating. Theon guided him gently, whispering reassurance between their gasps, while Jungkook responded with a soft gasp. His heart finally flew out. When it ended, they both lay breathless in each other's arms, hearts beating in sync. Morning after, the sunlight seeped through half-open curtains, painting golden lines across the sheets. Jungkook stirred first, his muscles sore, but his lips curved into a small, shy smile. Beside him, Young was still asleep, his arm draped protectively over Jungkook's waist. His usually sharp features looked soft, almost boyish in sleep. Jungkook's chest fluttered. This man wasn't just his arranged husband anymore. This was the man he was falling for. Young's eyes blinked open, slowly finding Jungkook staring at him. A lazy smile tugged his lips. "Good morning, baby." This voice was low, husky, still heavy with sleep. Jungkook blushed, looking away. "Morning." Theon leaned forward, pressing a slow kiss to Jungkook's forehead. "From now on, no secrets between us. Understood?" Jungkook nodded, whispering softly, "Yes, Young." They lay there for a while, simply listening to each other's breath. The storm of the night replaced by sunlight and peace for the first time since their wedding. The bed didn't feel cold. It felt like home. Later that week, Jungkook stood in the kitchen, carefully staring at a pot of kimchi stew, the dish Theong loved most. He hummed softly under the breath, unaware of Theong's intoning, entering quietly. Strong arm slipped around his waist, a chin resting on his shoulder. Jungkook started, then laughed nervously. "Hyung, you'll make me spill. You're the best thing that ever happened to me." Hyung interrupted, voice low against his neck. Jungkook froze, tears instantly pricking his eyes. "I thought you only married me because our parents." "I did," Hyung admitted softly. Then he turned around Jungkook, making him face him. His eyes were steady, full of warmth. "But I'm staying because I fell in love with you." Jungkook's tear fell, but his smile was brighter than the morning sun as Theon kissed him again, sealing their new beginning, not as strangers in an arranged marriage, but as lovers, as soulmates. If someone has a seizure, stay calm. Keep a calm demure to ensure the person's safety. Step 2. Clear the area. Move any objects that could cause injury. Step 3. Gently turn them into their side. This will help them keep the airway clean. Step 4. Time the seizure. Note the start and the end time of the seizure. 5. Do not restrain. Allow the seizure to run its course. 6. Provide comfort. Offer reassurance when they're conscious. 7. Seek medical help. If it's their first seizure or it lasts more than 5 minutes or they're injured. By being supportive and informed, you can make a positive impact on someone's life.